Good afternoon, everyone. May I greet pleasant good morning to you. In Africa, it's early morning. In Dubai, it's midday. In Paris, it's very early morning. So we have a time difference. Wilhelmina, based in Queensland, Brisbane, Australia. May I inform international buyer? Last night before I close, every day I close midnight because we have a time difference. My online, the platform open from 10 o'clock in the morning until midnight. My operation manager was telling me and send me a message, and I have a conversation that there was 2 tons of gold in Conakry Guinea was being confiscated in the airport yesterday. The gold has been confiscated because the buyer and the seller did not declare properly, and the buyer did not pay. The buyer only paid taxes. But the gold, tons of gold, more than $1,000,000. The price of gold was 53,000 times 2,000 kilos. That is, this is the value of gold. Right. So the custom open the box. Every time you ship the gold, the custom will open the box, what is inside of the box, no matter what. So when the custom opened the box, there was 2 tons of gold from Conakry, Guinea. And when the custom asked where are all necessary export documentation, and the gold was not being paid by the buyer, and it was not declared, and there was no receipt of cash inflow payment. The cash inflow means that the buyer did transfer the payment to the seller's bank account in order to reflect the cash inflow so that the seller can tell the central bank, but there was no cash inflow receipt from the seller. So the seller is trying to evade taxes because the seller is hungry to sell and the buyer is hungry to buy. So what happened? The two guys, buyers and seller, has been arrested and jailed for 15 years, considered as is smuggled, called gold laundering, very dangerous. So here's the message of my operation manager. See? He said, hello, Mother of Gold. They call me Mother of Gold because I've been to Conakry several times. I've been to Africa several times. I've been to Ghana several times. It says here, 2 tons of gold was confiscated at Conakry Airport. It was on the television last night, yesterday to them. The buyer and some seller was trying to smuggle 2 tons of gold out of the country. Some European buyers and sellers were arrested and will be judged and sentenced for 15 years in prison. You know, if you're going to be in prison in Africa, the jail is very notorious. There is no food. You're going to be starved. Not like in Australia when you're going to be in jail, or in America, you're going to be fed 3 times a day. So it says here, it is very serious problem right now. The government is right strict with any gold leaving the country of origin. If the gold is not paid for, it will never leave the country of origin. This is what the operation manager was telling me. It says here, it was announced on the national television yesterday. So I received this message before I closed. So it says it was announced on national television right now. So that was yesterday. So it says it was confiscated because they were smuggling the 2 tons of gold out of the country without paying the gold. Okay? The seller and the buyer was avoiding to pay taxes of 2 tons. I don't know how did it happen. Why you gonna avoid taxes? Okay. So those buyers asking CIF, it says here, 75% of buyer asking CIFs are criminals and killers. Killers of the industry of the country. And it says, well, Amina, you need to be careful dealing with buyer asking CIF because gold is not for credit. This is cash business, which is correct. I always mention that on my video, on my YouTube channel, and on my Facebook. Right. So, my operation manager give me the update whether it is enough in Conakry. Last year, 1 ton of gold was confiscated in Mali. The French buyer tried to smuggle gold, and when the gold arrived in the airport, was opened by custom, the export documentation is not properly done. It's considered gold laundering. Both of the buyer and the sellers in Mali were being arrested. Also in Ghana, there's a lot of gold that's been confiscated. Why? This valued added tax the government needed. When you buy the products plus valued added tax, any seller offer you cheap price. That cheap price is to intrigue you in order for you to grab because of the profit. So the seller is hungry to sell and you are also hungry to buy because you have been offered cheap price. What happened? The gold cannot leave the country of origin. I have an issue here. 5 months ago, the buyer from Africa, he went to Conakry. My seller is real, right? And he paid the 5 kilos. I wasn't there because the buyer cannot afford my extra service. So he traveled and he said he gonna pay me, but the buyer did not pay me at all. So what happened? I monitor his movement, and this buyer was dealing with mineral consulting group of company AURUM. I'm about to announce to terminate my memorandum of understanding. So what happened? The buyer got the 1 kilo to carry to Korea in order to assay. The gold was 97 and the carat was 23. That was perfect. So my seller is real, but carelessness, it costs you $1 million. So the gold from Conakry to Korea transit in Dubai. The Dubai custom opened the box and they were being asked where is the clearance, and the export documentation is not perfectly done. So they diverted to Korea. Again, when the gold arrived in Korea, there is no much export documentation. I don't know why my seller has been careless because I have a transaction 2019 and 20. The transaction was successful. 2021, shortcut the journey. The buyer is the loser, both buyers and seller. The seller's gold 4 kilos has been confiscated in Morocco. So I'm just telling you here, guys, that last night 2 tons of gold was being seized in Conakry. Now in Conakry, I have 3 sellers. One is been very bad, and I'm going to announce it, and I'm going to terminate my memorandum of understanding. Now I have 2 sellers left. You must remember, in Africa, there's so many notorious buyers and sellers. They offer you cheap price, right? In order for you, a notorious buyer, to grab it because you want to become instant millionaire. Gold is money you are buying, you must remember. There's a saying, a golden rules. He who has the gold makes the rules. The government is making the rules, not me. I am just here to guide you to tell the truth, that do not cut corner. The seller is hungry, he will cut corner in order to sell it to you. And what happened? Yesterday, Conakry time, the buyer and the seller was on television. Arrested. 15 years in jail. You are trying to smuggle, you are trying to launder. Laundering is a very, very dangerous business. Here in Australia, if you're gonna launder money laundering and gold laundering, you're gonna be jailed for 14 years or 15 years. No bargain. In Africa, if you're gonna be in jail, African prison is notorious, I'm telling you. I am warning all foreigners. I am a foreigner. I am not African. I am Australian. I live in Brisbane. Whoever watched this video, do not cut corner. Do not. You read on the full corporate offer on this video. Take time to read. Digest it. Why you want to buy gold? What are you intending to buy? Why you are going to buy? You're buying money to make money. You must remember. Gold has many uses. Gold can make into jewelry necklace. This pendant, there is gold and there is a diamond. This is, see, this pendant is 1,200 finished product. But you buy one bar, is $53,000 in one bar. So when you smelt it, you can make into many jewelry. You can make into wedding rings. You can make into full set. You can make into spare parts on mobile phone. So this gold is a commodity, the most powerful commodity in the world. Central bank needs gold. They're gonna smelt the Dore bar into finished product. There's a serial number called gold bullion. But we are not selling gold bullion. You are buying gold produced by the miner. It's a raw material with this Dore bar. You buy it, you smelt it, that is your job. Our job is, here's the gold, you taste the gold at the local refinery, you pay for it in order to reflect the cash inflow. Without the receipt of cash inflow that you transfer the payment to the seller's bank account in order for the seller to show it to his government that he's going to export, then your shipment would arrive. But if there was no receipt of cash inflow, your shipment would not arrive. I'm telling you. I've been to Africa. Don't be scared in Africa, because to me, when I travel, I was being looked after by my head office. They treated me like a queen. That is why you travel with Wilhelmina. But my extra service is not for free at all. I've given you a full information. I explain it just like an elementary. I expand it. I give you the breakdown. How much is the tax? How much is the shipping cost? How much is the insurance? Our selling price is LBMA. You're gonna ask, Lamina, what is the carat of your gold? Well, you're not trading. The carat is 22 plus, with equivalent to 23. Well, Lamina, what purity? Well, you're not trading again. The purity is from 96, 97, 98. Right. Well, Lamina, what mode of payment? Again, you did not read. The mode of payment is bank to bank. This is F.O.B. Well, Amina, I want CIF. Well, you are a smuggler. CIF cost insurance and freight only. You cannot afford to pay the gold, so meaning to say you are a smuggler. You are going to launder the gold. That is why this European, last night on my time, that was yesterday in Conakry, was arrested in the airport. They were on the television. 2 tons of gold, you must remember. That is an income of the country. So whether you buy gold in Ghana, Kampala, Nairobi, Tanzania, Sierra Leone, anywhere in Africa, you have to pay the gold plus value added tax. Here in Australia, when we do the shopping, I buy clothes, I buy anything, I buy mobile phone, plus government sales tax. I have 2 mobile phones. Right, when I travel to Africa, my mobile phone is 3. 1 for overseas, 1 for local. Yeah. So when I travel to Africa, my phone is always busy. Now I'm traveling as soon as international flight would be open. I would be in Dubai because I have the buyer. He made a reservation of 50 kilos. And I told this buyer, I'll put you in Conakry because Dubai and Conakry is only one stop. There are two flights in Conakry, Emirates, Thursday and Saturday. So I have 3 sellers and 1 seller has been fired. You know, when you apply for a job and if you're working for the company and you are not performing, you're going to be fired. Wilhelmina is different. I am firing the seller. Yes. So that is the reason why you guys don't be scared with this woman, because I am very, very thorough. I want you to get this supply because you cannot perform in your business if there is no supply. There's a saying in economics, supply and demand determine the price. But how are you able to pay if you don't have the money? Right? So you have to convince Wilhelmina. After you read this full corporate offer in front of you, this is very extensive. Take time to read, scroll down until you understand. Then when you come for conference, you need to introduce yourself. Don't say hi because I'm going to reject you. After you read this full corporate offer on this video in front of you, you're going to say, well, Amina, I saw this video of yours dated October 28th. I am looking to buy gold. I've been searching for gold for many months. I am a buyer, Wilhelmina. I do understand the procedure. Now, you understand the procedure, right? Then you send an LOI, letter of intent to purchase, coming from you as a buyer. I'm not going to accept cut and paste. I'm not dealing with chain of joker broker anymore. Too much messy. What is the cause of buyers and seller? Is a failure because of too many middlemen. They're asking commission. No, we don't give a double commission anymore. Instead, we give you a profit. You kept the profit. As a buyer, you kept the profit. But if you're dealing with your buyer's mandate, you have to pay your buyer's mandate. You have to compensate your buyer's agent. But you don't need a buyer's agent because we are now on the social media. This is my platform. Just type gold. My video pop up into your screen. My video on my YouTube channels is a lot. You type gold in Africa, Wilhelmina's beautiful face pop up into your screen. So you don't need a middleman. You're gonna ask, Wilhelmina, what is your price? Well, our price is LBMA. Yes? Our selling price, less 5%. But if I'll travel with you, I will help you to negotiate in the office. I will give you 8 to 10%. But before I'm going to give you 10%, you convince Wilhelmina. Show me your business registration, a copy of your importation license, your passport copy. The most important is your bank statement that you have $500,000 available or $1 million available in your bank account. Then you're gonna say, no, I'm not going to show my bank statement. Well, don't be in business because you will never get the gold. I wouldn't believe you that you're a buyer. I'll tell you. When you apply for a job, you walk into our office. This is my office, eh? This is my online digital office. We are now on virtual online business. You can see Wilhelmina all the time. So when you apply through Zoom to Wilhelmina or open your camera on WhatsApp or Skype, you come on Skype, you're gonna apply that you are going to buy gold by live video call conference. Right. So I'm gonna meet you and you're gonna meet Wilhelmina live video call. But you already read the full corporate offer. So when you come on live video call, my question is like this. Yeah, Mr. So-and-so, what can I do for you? Yeah, Wilhelmina, I saw you on YouTube channel. Okay? And I went to your Facebook and I read thoroughly. All right? My question is very clear and simple. Tell me, what did you learn out of my platform? Oh, not really. Go back and read. Mhm. Question number 2. How long you'd been searching for gold? Oh, there's so many scammer. I would like to refrain using scammer. Scammer means deceive. Mhm. In the old version is deceive. The new version is scammer. Okay? So, you are deceiving yourself and the seller also deceive you because the seller offer you cheap price in order to intrigue you, in order to grab you the opportunity. But you are also deceitful as being a buyer. Why? I meet a lot of foreigners in Africa when I was there. Mhm. I am not an amateur marketing. I've been in marketing for bloody 36 years. Buying and selling, you have to pay for it. There is no free ride in this world. Gold is cash you are buying. So you're gonna say, well, Amina, I wanna buy gold to pay taxes. Good luck. Get out on this business, meaning to say you don't have the cash. You are going to launder. You're going to leverage it. What happened yesterday? An European guy, 2 tons of gold. They're trying to launder the gold, bring it to Dubai. He did not fly to Dubai. He was being arrested in the airport yesterday. That was my operation manager called me and he gave me the information. That is why I am sharing with you so that you will not be burned out. All right. Even I have a buyer from Korea. His gold was being confiscated. Yeah, because my seller is careless. Now I'm fighting to replace the 4 kilos. It was being confiscated in Morocco. That is the reason why I always say, do not travel without Wilhelmina. And my services is not for free. I do charge my extra service in order to accompany you. It doesn't matter if he is my seller. It doesn't matter. When you come to Africa, African sellers are very rough. But if I am there with you, because I am the mandate of the seller and the seller hired me, I'm going to soften my seller's heart and I'm going to soften and I'm going to break down their policy. Sometimes I'm very tough. I'm very, very tough, really, to be honest with you. My seller knows when I get angry, I swear. I swear the bloody hell. This is the way Australian will get angry. Bloody hell, you people. Mhm. But African doesn't, they are not used to hear that bloody words. That is why my seller say, oh, Mrs. Ford is angry again. I try to do that so that the seller will reform. The seller have no idea that they are sitting down their products. They're sitting down million worth of products. They are rich on natural resources. Africa is rich. You're gonna be murdered if you're not very careful as well. Because gold is precious to them. Yeah, they will not trust you. But they're gonna trust Wilhelmina because they hired Wilhelmina to handle, to market, and they hired Wilhelmina to receive your order. So you deal with Wilhelmina, then I can guarantee you, you will get the gold. But if I am not on the ground, I cannot guarantee you. That is why one Korean buyer, his gold was being confiscated because I wasn't there. My seller, Abdul Tangkura, was very careless. Now, I'm going to announce that on my video on the 30th because I've given Abdul Tangkura an extension to replace the gold. But this bloody Korean, he doesn't appreciate my kindness. Okay, I spend long distance to help him, but he doesn't even coordinate with me. Now, I'm also fed up with this bloody Korean, right? And I didn't receive any single cents from bloody Korean buyer. And then he blogged us. Well, good luck on them. Because I did not receive any single cents from this bloody buyer from Korea. His name is John Lim. I have the buyer successful because he paid my extra service. Yes, because if I am there, I'm not going to allow you to leave without the gold. That is why I'm going to travel to Dubai once international flight would be open. The buyer, he knows me. Last year, 2020, he has been wandering around to Ghana, to everywhere, to dealing with joker buyer, joker seller. Why this buyer come back to Wilhelmina? Because he saw everything. He saw Wilhelmina on live and he read the full corporate offer. I asked this buyer, I know you since last year, and how come? Oh, I didn't trust Ghana. I said, why? I don't know, I have a bad feelings. I want to work with you, Wilhelmina. I don't mind paying your extra service because I want the gold. I have the customer, he's a trader. 50 kilos. And the contract was being reviewed by his lawyer. And he is willing to pay my extra service. And I told him, wait until international flight in Brisbane would be open. Yes, that is the time I will meet this buyer in Dubai. He's going to pay all my expenses because he need this 50 kilos. 50 kilos, I've given the buyer $50,000. Fix 50,000 times 50. This is the price. Can you imagine that? He has plenty of money. He said he can afford to pay cash. I said, no, you have to pay bank to bank because of the cash inflow. He has no problem at all. That is a real buyer. Yeah? Now, the price of gold today, today is October 28th. Right? Just a moment. I'm going to have a look. The price of gold. Just bear with me. Now, the price of gold today is 1,802.19 per ounce. Multiply that 1,802.19 times 32.15. This is the price on the world market. Right. Now, you're going to say, well, Amina, what is the discount? Oh, that's a very good question. What is the discount? My question is, how are you able to pay? Yeah. Before I'm going to give you the discount. Right. I'm going to give you a discount if you can convince Wilhelmina that you are a buyer. But if you are just window shopping, LBMA, yeah, on 22 carats, today if you buy the gold from us, it's $53,000 per kilo, less 8%. Right. I'll give you 52 or even 51. But you have to convince Wilhelmina. I am the boss. Yeah, when I advise my seller, let us proceed because I already validated you. My boss will consider it. But you walk into this office, you come to their office, they will sell you 5%. Those buyer offer you cheap price. My dear buyer, if you were being offered a cheap price by the seller, think about it. You are going to meet disaster. 2 years ago, there was a royal family in Dubai. Was a scam in Nairobi. It was on YouTube channel. The gold is coming from Congo. As you know that Dubai would not accept gold from Congo because Congo is United Nations embargo. So they brought the gold into Nairobi. I don't know what happened, why the royal family was being deceived. And the royal family has a representative, his nephew, dealing with the connection with the politician in Nairobi. It was on the world news. Yes. This business is very tricky business. My dear buyer, I only charge you my extra service to accompany you. Yeah? I will convince my seller to give you a very good deal. Yeah? I would not give you any free service. I already given you free service in front of you. If you're smart, you are a winner. If you're not smart, you're a loser. Yes. No such seller explain to you like this. None whatsoever. Even joker broker. Joker broker, they hide their faces. But Wilhelmina is not hiding her face. I am here to do business with you, Mr. Buyer. So don't hide your face either. If I'll say open your camera, don't say, oh, my camera is not working. Don't give me any alibi. Because a minute you cannot open your camera that I'm going to see you, you already so well, Amina. To me, you are not a buyer. Either you are a launderer, either you are a criminal. Why you gonna hide your face? Don't hide your face because this is $1,000,000 you're buying. And after you watch this video, you go through, click more on YouTube channel, and there is a link. You go on my Facebook platform, you can see all gold and diamond available on my platform. I'm not excited to meet you unless you prove to Alamina that you're a buyer. Then that is the time I would be excited to help you, to assist you, and I would be excited to give you a very good deal price. Remember our selling price, less 5%. But I will give you 8% or more. But you have to convince Walamina. I am the gatekeeper here. My job is to accept your order. I'm not a joker broker. Because if I'm a joker broker, I would not show my face. I wouldn't. Only those joker broker are hiding their faces. Yes? Because they're scared. Why I'm gonna be scared? Why? I'm not criminal. Maybe you are, Mr. Buyer, because you are hiding your faces. Criminals are very sophisticated. When I was in Dubai, there's so many buyers wanting to see me. They're queuing to see me. 3 questions I asked them. And I have a very bad guts feeling. I use business psychology to psychologize a buyer. And I'm very observant. I look at the buyer eyeball to eyeball. A minute the buyer cannot look at Walamina's eyeball to eyeball, I start to wonder. I use business psychology. So this woman that you're meeting live in front of you, this is not an ordinary woman. It's not. I've been in sales for 36 years. I sell funeral arrangement in Brisbane. I sell real estate in Brisbane. I was top salesperson here on real estate and also selling funeral arrangement. I sell anything. So you cannot just underestimate this woman in front of you. I might underestimate you if you don't meet the criteria. Yes? So don't be offended if I say this, because when I ask question, immediately if you don't answer my question, immediately I will remove you from WhatsApp. Immediately I will remove you from my Skype. Or if you are on Botim, immediately I will remove you from Botim. If you are on Telegram, immediately I will remove you on Telegram. If you are on my Facebook, immediately I will block you. Why? So that you will not come back. Because you did not meet the criteria. I presume you are just time waster. Yes? I'm very, very direct to the point. I'm not scared to anyone. I travel in Africa, I don't have any security guard. Because once you are the guest of this company, you will be looked after. But if you are not the guest, then you're waiting for disaster. And I don't entertain buyers already on the ground. We will only entertain buyers with invitation that you meet the criteria. As I've said to you, I will recap. After you read this full corporate offer in front of you, after you listen this video, 3 things you're going to send me. A copy of your business registration, importation license, passport copy, and how are you able to pay. And if you're going to say LC is BLC, forget about it. You don't have the money. You're going to use the contract to borrow money in the bank. So therefore, you have a deficiency of cash flow. This is cash business. If you cannot afford to pay 50 kilos, start a trial, 10 kilos. Then you can afford. Then you increase that. Increase every week. There was a bloody Indian, excuse my language, and said, oh, well, Amina, the discount is very small. I wouldn't get the profit. And I told this bloody Indian, you will get the profit when you increase your order. In the beginning, your profit is just only is small because you order 10 kilos. And your profit per kilo is $6,000 per kilo. I've given him, yeah. And suddenly at the end of my conversation, he's asking SBLC, and I told him, you are just a bluffer. I don't bluff. That's why I put everything on this video, on this YouTube channel. Click more. You read it. There's no bluff on this business. I'm not going to bluff you. I am helping you because that's my services. I want to earn from you as well. So do you think I'm giving you free? I've given you free already through my platform. But when I travel with you, it's not for free. There is no free in this world, my dear. Gold is not for free. Gold is not for joker buyer. This is real business. As I've said to you guys, he who has the gold makes the rules. Yeah, the government is making the rules, not me. So I hope you understand my explanation. Don't be scared with this woman. Don't. I'm just very frank and brutal. This is for your own benefit. This is it. I don't care who you are, because I am not here to make friends. If you don't like my guts, so be it. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good afternoon.